A beggar had been sitting on an old box by the roadside for over 30 years. One day, a traveler was passing by that way. Habitually, the beggar extended his hand and said, "Sir, please give me something." The traveler replied, "I have nothing to give you." Then he asked the beggar, "By the way, what are you sitting on?" The beggar replied, "This is just an old box. I don't even know how many years I've been sitting on it." The traveler asked again, "Have you ever looked inside or tried to open it to see what's there?" The beggar said, "No, what is there to see inside? There is nothing in it." The traveler then insisted, "Just open it once and see." After much struggle, the beggar opened the lid of the box and was astonished to see, the box was stuffed with gold and filled with treasure. I am that traveler who has nothing to give you, but I am asking you to look toward that gold-filled treasure within yourself. Through my Success Code channel, I will constantly inform you about those hidden powers within you that the top 1% of people in the world use to list themselves among the wealthiest. To learn about such hidden powers within you constantly, follow the Success Code channel. Sir William Osler, the greatest physician of the British Empire, was once asked in a speech if there was some special genius brain behind his incredible success. In reply, he said that it was a completely wrong idea, his brain was very ordinary, which his friends knew very well. He said, "When I was a medical student, I was deeply worried about the future and felt mentally broken." He used to think, where would he go after passing the final exam, what would he do, how would his medical practice be, or how would he earn a living? Such thoughts were destroying him bit by bit, and the joy of living was lost. Yet, he became the greatest physician of his time. Not only that, he was appointed as the Regius Professor of Medicine at Oxford, the highest honor for a physician in the British Empire, and was knighted by the King of England. He directed the world-famous Johns Hopkins School of Medicine and was a professor at 4 universities simultaneously. He said a simple habit gave him the power to achieve all of this together, and that is, living in day-tight compartments, meaning, pouring all intelligence, interest, and focus into the work of this very moment. It sounds very simple, but within it lies the solution to all problems and the secret code of success. Suppose you are doing something right now, like listening to these words. At the same time, a thought comes, "How will I repay my friend's money?" and you get deeply immersed in it while the words of this video play mechanically. Now, my question to you is, are you making any actual effort at this moment to arrange the money, or are you just suffering from mental conflict and leaking extra energy? Thus, you neither heard the words of this video properly nor made an actual effort to arrange the money. In between, there was zero benefit and extra damage. This is where the world's wealthiest use their power of control because they have realized that if focus can be maintained in this moment, all latent power and talent will emerge, a direct connection with the divine will occur, and then impossible tasks will start happening through you, which seem miraculous to people. Not only that, by being fully present with complete focus in this moment, energy is stored within you, and that energy destroys any disease in your body, turning your whole body into a disease-free, germ-free, fresh, and sturdy youth. As a result, a glow appears on your face, and you become a physically and mentally strong man, which people can sense through your humility, movements, and work. However, to prevent us from holding full focus on any task in this moment, the mind and brain will keep floating various fearful imaginations, thoughts of profit, and lustful fantasies before your eyes to take control of your focus and spin you according to its will. Because the mind and brain know that once you realize your power, they will no longer be able to use you. Out of this fear, every moment, the mind keeps every person in the world trapped in one thought after another from the moment they wake up until they go to sleep, so that they cannot do any work with full concentration in a thoughtless, silent mind even for a moment. When you spend every moment with a thoughtless mind, only then does the correct solution or path get the opportunity to arrive in that empty space. For example, if a glass is already full of dirty water, how can beautiful clean water find a place? Similarly, we think so much about every aspect of our lives that our brains are already full of anxiety. How can the thought of the correct solution find a place there? Henry Ford is called the father of cars, and he was the world's first billionaire. Once a journalist asked him in an interview, "What is the secret behind your sky-high success?" In reply, Henry Ford said just one word: today. When the journalist asked in surprise how "today" could be the secret of success, Ford explained that people often waste time saying, "I will do it later," or "I will do it tomorrow." But in reality, tomorrow never comes, it is always today. Rather, today becomes the past and today becomes the future. He believed that only today, or the present, survives forever. What you do today will be considered your past, tomorrow, and today's work will build your future. Do you really want to bring out those latent talents of yours? Do you really want to express yourself as a unique person? If you truly feel that you want to lead an extraordinary successful life in all fields, then from today, first decide which tasks you want to do, whether it is household work, office work, or studies, and determine when and how much you will do. Then, pour all your intelligence, interest, and focus into that task. Try doing today's tasks this way and see what wonderful peace and power you get mentally. I just ask for one day from you, you will realize your own power. When we work in an organized way, our energy is not wasted, and the brain remains thoughtless. Only then do latent talent, easy paths for work, beautiful ideas, and rapid completion of work start to happen. And this is what the top 1% of successful people in the world have been using. Whenever you go to focus on a task in an organized way, the mind will distract you with thoughts of fear, thoughts of loss, or phone messages from friends to keep you from discovering your latent talent and power. I am telling you, consider that today's time will be wasted. If a thought of fear comes, think that today you might actually die. If a thought of loss comes, think let everything be lost. You won't die if you don't pick up a friend's call during that work time, and there is at least time to talk to them later. But know that the reason why thousands of thoughts and obstacles are coming during the time you have set aside for work is that you have an infinite power within you, and they don't want you to realize or use it. For this reason, throughout life, the brain is kept restless with various problems, fear of loss, and thousands of thoughts every moment so that the brain is never empty. Whenever you work with an empty brain, only then will you be able to solve any problem, get more work done in less time, and find mental strength and peace. Even such miraculous things will happen through you that you yourself will be forced to be surprised. I throw a challenge at you: can you spend just today with a thoughtless mind, pouring full focus into one task at a time and realize that infinite power of yours? Then let us know in the comments. And because of walking in a disciplined way for one day, what did you lose, what damage occurred, or out of many things you planned to do, how many were you able to complete because of starting in a disciplined way today? Share what experience you gained physically, mentally, and in your work in just one day in the comments. You will realize how the mind and brain had forced you to lead a chaotic and restless life by throwing you into a trap of fear, and you will catch the real trap. We are all sitting on a gold box, latent talent, but because our attention is on the outside world and worries of the future, we are failing to see the power within us. Your challenge is to do only one task at a time and pour all your intelligence and interest into it. At the end of the day, tell us in the comments what changes came to your physical and mental peace and how much more work you were able to do. Let's see who among you has that power of control like the top 1% of people.